Hello and welcome to my little video about Toys R Us 6035 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll just give you a brief history of this store from what I could find on the internet, which isn't much. All I know is that the store was built anywhere between 1965 and 1970, somewhere in that general area. I can confirm from what I saw on the internet and from what I remember reading and from what people have told me that I know very well, very reliable resources, have told me that this store was an original children's bargain town in the early 1970s. It was converted over to a Toys R Us approximately 1972, so it wasn't a children's bargain town for long. Maybe 1, 2, possibly maybe 3 years. I really don't know, but it was a children's bargain town when it originally opened in 1970. So what I can tell you is this picture here that you're looking at right now was taken April 11th, shortly after the closure was announced that Toys R Us would be closing in 2018. So April 11th of 2018. And then the majority of the pictures that you're going to see was taken in June of 2018 because my wife at this point worked at this store, so she was able to take pictures of the interior after the closure of this store. So you'll be seeing those here in a little bit. But I can give you another brief history here of the store. So as you can see, the entrance and exit doors are on the right here. However, back in the day when I worked here, back in '93, I worked at this store as well, as did most of my family. But I can confirm that I worked here from '93 to '96. The entrance door was actually right here on the side of the building, and you can kind of see where the walkway was right here. So alongside of the building here, it had the color bars. You know, the red, the yellow, orange, green, whatever. The color bars were right here alongside of the building. Because I remember when I would walk in, I would always run my hand across those bars. They were plastic, by the way, if anyone wanted to know. Right here along the side. And here was the entrance, and the exit was always here. So that I can remember. This store, I know, has gone through several revamps. I did happen to work here when it was still in the original layout. A, B's, and C's, when the storerooms had an upper storeroom, and it didn't later on. I think there was a remodel that was done at this store, 94-ish, 95. No, it was 95. And then they did between 94 and 95, somewhere in there. I don't remember. It was 30 years ago. I'm still, I'm fuzzy on details like that, but it was somewhere in 1994 or 1995. Well, anyway. So here's the exterior picture. The street sign picture here. This was taken the 11th of April of 2018. Back in the day, there was a Jeffrey head here, and I forgot to mention too. In this picture, you can kind of still see it right here. There was a Jeffrey head there once upon a time. Also, this store did not have this white exterior. It had the brown old school exterior with the hallmark, like old school 1980s, 1970s Toys R Us layout. But the white siding on the building here was put on in the 90s, mid-90s when I was there. Forgot to mention that. So yeah, here's the street sign, and then a little bit better picture of the lettering on the outside. And as you can see here, the store was open. You can kind of see the store closing signs here. So this was during their liquidation, when they were liquidating the store. Another street sign, that's probably my thumb or my wife's thumb in the picture. Another picture of the sign. And now these are pictures of the interior of the store after the store had closed. So what they were doing was they were going through and they were actually selling everything. Literally everything except the POS system they were selling. They were selling the shelves. They were selling the cash tills. They were selling the shelving, the gondolas, the radios, everything. I don't even know. They weren't selling the computers. They didn't sell that, but they were selling everything. As you can see, filing cabinets. And if it wasn't anything that had like financial or PI in it, they sold it. The shrink wrap, the heat gun shrink wrap machine, an extra roll of shrink wrap. They were even selling the baler, I remember, at one point. Everything was being sold. So these pictures here was after the store had closed in 2018. So they literally, like at this point, the store wasn't even open. Some of these are out of focus. I think these were taken while in motion, so some of them are a little unfocused, but it is what it is. Here's the back room. There's the dock. Yeah, this was after the store had closed. So yeah, this is... Oh, maybe the store was still open because here's some games that they were selling. Oh, here's Elder Scrolls Online I can see for the Xbox One. Yep, so the store was probably open. They selling the games. I think they even sold the cases that everything was in. So this here that you're looking at, this is actually the basement storeroom. So down here, at least when I was there, I don't know if they did this later on, but in the 90s, this is where the bikes were held, like the boxed bikes, the boxed play sets, the boxed swing sets, boxed cribs. I think even the high chairs and the car seats were stored down here. So everything is empty, and those shelvings are still there. This here is the back pickup where you would go to pick up your big ticket items. So when they would tell you to drive around to the back, well, this is what it looked like. Here's the door that they came out of, and here's the desk. And there is absolutely nothing here. Everything is gone, as you can see. Now, I don't recall, this might have been something they put in later after I had worked there, but they had a conveyor that ran up, so I guess that would have been nice because I remember carrying stuff up these stairs all the time. Like it would be in another guy carrying like a bike up this. I don't recall if this was there. Maybe if somebody can correct me on that, if that was there back in the 90s. If you worked at Toys R Us in the 90s, please do let me know because my memory is fading here and I don't recall this being there back in the day. So you could snap a picture with Jeffrey. They had this there towards the end. Don't know whatever happened to that. Yep, all the drawers are empty. And there's a nice picture of the outside signage of the building. So these were taken, yeah, this was June of 2018. Another picture of the street sign. Here's a picture of the back door where you would go to pick up your big ticket items. And of course the doorbell that was put in. I don't know if that was there. Not important. The back dock. No trucks on the back dock. And a strange sight to see, an empty Toys R Us parking lot. This parking lot would be packed. I remember Black Fridays being here, working here, shopping here in the 90s. It would be completely packed. People would be parking on this grass over here, I remember, during Christmas of 94 when I was here. People would park on that grass, and we have to get on the intercom and say, hey, if you're parked on the grass, your car's going to get towed. I would suggest you move it. Here you can kind of see the Jeffrey head here. A silhouette of it anyway. There was a signage on the back of the building that you can kind of see there. Some of these are going to be a little fuzzy. Now this is around on the side here. So I think these were just taken from the car. So these aren't going to be perfect. So that's why they're a little fuzzy. They were taken on the go. And then of course, if anybody remembers, there was a pop-up Toys R Us Express store that was opened in Southridge Mall. So there's a few pictures here from that when they liquidated that store. They actually closed the Toys R Us Express stores before the main stores. Just a little footnote there. This is a picture of one of the U-boats that they had there. This is an old one because it's got the Toys R Us and Kids R Us separate. And they were separate stores at one point in time, and then they merged them sometime in the 2000s. So this Toys R Us, this is actually the Brookfield Toys R Us store, since has been demolished. So this was during their closeout sale here. So what's unique about this is the original siding of the building from this. This has probably been here since the 70s or 80s. I don't know when this store opened. I didn't really do much research on the Brookfield store. But this is unique because this is still the original Toys R Us siding. And you can kind of see where the old school Toys R Us letters were right there. Going out of business. Yep. This is the Brookfield store again. Original siding here. I know the color bars have been taken out of there a long time ago. This is the Babies R Us out in Brookfield. Thought this was an honorable mention. This was after they closed. As you can see, the available space sign right there. Babies R Us. Like this, the exterior signage was still up. So since we were out in Brookfield, we figured let's swing over by the Babies R Us and see if it's still up. So there's another the car corral for the Babies R Us. That store is closed. Yeah, I think they also closed the Babies R Us before the main Toys R Us stores. That was like the last stuff to close. So now we're back around to the beginning. So that's what I have for pictures of this. So what you're going to see now is a short little video that my wife shot after the store was closed. She walked through the store, and thanks for the grace of the store manager, he was cool and let her in for a little bit to say bye to everybody. And my wife pulled out her phone and shot a small little video that you're going to see here, just walking through the store. And this was when they were ripping up the gondolas and selling the gondolas, selling the shelving, selling all of that. So that's what you're going to see next. So at the end of that, I'll be back on the flip side of that and with some closing remarks.
Here's 6035, 3900 South 27th Street. No merchandise at all. Nothing left at all. It's really heartbreaking to see this. All they have for sale are fixtures. Never thought I'd see this day come for a business that's been open 70 years. Their baby department. And apparel. Sad, sad day in the toy business. This is part of preschool. Baby gear. Preschool here. Where ride-ons, Power Wheels were. This is where Wheel World was, bikes, skateboards, scooters. All gone. All gone. Girls. Boys. Sad, sad day.
So blood, it's blood.
Well, trust me, I'm showing blood.
Look.
You guys take it easy.
Yes, you too. Take it easy.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. Wow. Our zone. Hi. Old American Girl shop.
All right, so that's going to about do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If anybody remembers shopping at this store or worked at this store at any point in time of its existence, please leave a comment in this comment section. That would be awesome to read because I've always been curious about what other people think of working here or shopping at this store, or any memories that you have of Toys R Us 6035. Thank you again for watching and have a wonderful day.
Attention shoppers, the store is now closed. Please bring your purchases to the front store to check out. Thank you for shopping Toys R Us and have a